do. Lower to the grave, tell you like it is to your face, she don't play. Aries chick down for it all, know that she a boss. No competition, no loss. From the Midwest to the A, autumn got you tuning in, no delay. Ooh, get you right every time. Keep you laughing on a dime. Tell you truth, no lies, so you can live your best life. Cover all topics, no limits. Got something for your mama and your children, no holding back. No gimmicks, coming on strong, get straight to business. Oh yeah.
What she wanna do?
Live life, live life.
She do what she wanna do.
Live life, live life, live life.
What she wanna do?
Live life, live life,
She
live
do
life.
what she wanna do.
Live life, live life, live life. Live life, live life.
Hey, it's your girl Autumn, and I welcome you back to the Lit Life Podcast, where I encourage you to live your life autonomously. So, guys, I almost didn't make it here this week. I don't really have an excuse why or like a real reason, but I was just like, let me plug this damn mic up and get some shit popping. But anyways. I hope you guys have had a great week. I don't know. These last 2 weeks have been like 2 months. It's like the year is going really fast. But when it came to these last 2 weeks, I was like, bruh, like what? So many things have happened in these last couple of weeks. Just with me, with people around me, with just. And also, what is going on? I don't know. I guess that's kind of a stupid question, because I was going to say, like, what the hell is going on in the city of Atlanta and surrounding areas with all of these damn shootings? There is a shooting every single day. Not necessarily a death, but definitely a shooting. And I'm not in the mood for that. Like, like who's in the mood? Who's in the mood for that? Like, I don't know, guys. I don't know what can be done. I don't know. They were just on the news talking about because I actually had to turn the news on today. I've literally have not watched any TV all week, and I felt like I had to turn the news on today because I kept seeing clips of different things that was just going on in the city on Twitter, on the news outlets for Twitter. And, I turned the news on and they got like, they can't keep any police officers. I mean, I wonder why. Like, who really wants to do that? You know what I mean? Like, aside from the obvious. But I don't know. I say all of that to say there's been a lot going on. I need folks to chill. Like, we're finally getting back out. You know what I mean? Things have opened up. The weather is hot as hell, but better than cold. And everybody wants to enjoy the summer that's approaching. But for people like me, I mean, it's hard to just be out and not wonder if some bullshit is gonna happen, because everybody is literally acting an ass. And I just don't. I mean, it ain't shit I can do, but so I just do a lot of shit at home. So, but anyways, I don't even think I have, I don't have any updates on anything. My neighbor's house is still pending sale. I think it was pending sale last week. I have been, I don't want to say paranoid. Like, I don't know. Like, I did see like this red Ford. I want to say it was maybe an Explorer or something. Outside of the house taking pictures, but I'm wondering if it was like, somebody that has something to do with the house, the sale of the house or whatever. So, I don't know. It's just a weird kind of space, right? It's just also figured out that it's not like the lizard that has been on the back in the on the deck. Like I thought that was like, or at least I wanted to think that was like the only one. You know what I'm saying? But there was one that has come there, and it's definitely not the same one. Like his tail is like dark, and the other one, the rest of his body would change colors as he, moved from where whatever to whatever, but it wasn't the same lizard. So knowing that there's more than one, I don't really like that. But you know what I'm saying? People keep saying they ain't gonna do nothing to you. Okay, and you say that to say what? Like, I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them. Just like I don't want to see them big flying ass roaches. I don't want to see those either. I don't want to see the amount of snakes that I see. Like, I love being outside, but I don't like having to deal with this type of shit. So anyways, let's get it started. Everybody's favorite part of the show, the Shut the Fuck Up Award. This is where I take the time, or my guests take the time, to tell someone or something or whatever they want, a movement, record label, a motherfucking crew, to shut the fuck up. So I'm gonna try my best to make this short and sweet. We've been going through this fucking bonnet debate forever, or appearances on how people look when they go out in public. And I am a strong believer in the fact that there's a time and place for everything. But the fact that somebody is in Kroger with a bonnet on really does not move me one way or the other. It just doesn't. It just does not. Who fucking cares? There's sometimes when I'm, grocery shopping when I would rather not see, somebody's ass hanging out, like over the meat. You know what I mean? Like over the meat section, or, the cheese. You know what I'm saying? Like I would really prefer not to see ass cheeks, you know what I'm saying, around the food. But it happens, so I don't get worked up about it. Like, if it's a nice ass, I try to appreciate it. If it's not, it is, in my opinion, it just is what it is. I just look the other way and just mind my fucking business. I'm trying to figure out why it's so hard for people to shut the fuck up and mind their own business. Why is this? It's the same. It gives me the same vibes as nappy hair not being accepted into corporate America. It gives me the same type of vibes, because what the fuck does that have to do? What the fuck does somebody's hair have to do with the way that they perform their job? If they're if they're an actor, or somebody that has to change their appearance for whatever type of job that they have, that's different. But me having on me having a big ass afro sitting at a desk and doing my fucking work shouldn't have anything to do with anything. Like, there's no correlation there. So that's the type of vibes it gives me. So I just want to tell people who just cannot stay the fuck out of Black women's business and Black women's the rights that black women have and all of that, to just shut the fuck up. So why? I felt like Michael Scott when I just said that. Why do they need to shut the fuck up and mind their business? Because it's stupid. Okay? It's all just very stupid. And so if you saw the cover, that was so lame what I just did, but whatever. If you saw the cover of the podcast, this week's word, this is word number 6, I think. Let me see what all I've had so far. I meant to go down the list last time. So far, I am doing a 10 word, 10 episodes series of random words that I chose, just, literally just wrote a whole bunch of words down, and I choose one every week to talk about. And sometimes it may be the type of talk that you're expecting, but other times it's just really not. It's all very, very random. Like, I literally do not even, I plan for a very little bit of time before I do this, because I kind of want to see what I'm going to come up see what I'm surprised my damn self with. So I have had so far, let's see, stoner. If y'all haven't listened, y'all gotta go back and listen. Stoner, I think attraction, homosexual, loyalty, and sex. Those have been the 5 words that I've used so far. So this is word number 6. Word number 6 is why. Remember when either, let's say if you have children, right? And you know how they got to that stage where you could answer a question for them and they would ask why after every single question, and they would just really like get on your nerves. Like, you really just want to be like, bro, what do you mean why? Like, why are you still asking why? Like, you know what I'm saying? You play them type of games. As a 42-year-old Black woman, I feel like I need to be that child again. Like, I feel like I need to ask myself why a lot more than I do. Because I believe that asking myself why will help me to make better decisions, help me to understand like where I am, emotionally or mentally, and it'll kind of maybe just put me in check with some things. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, y'all know how I'm always tweeting about some waffles, right? I really be wanting them waffles at 2 a.m., right? I have the capability to either go downstairs and make some waffles, or I can go right around the corner to Waffle House and get some waffles. Instead, I ask myself why. Why is it that it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you want waffles? Well, y'all already know it's been a smoke fest, so y'all already know that that's part of it, probably. But it's also because I really love waffles, but I don't need waffles like that. Like, I talk about waffles and pancakes and shit so much, and I hardly really eat them, right? Like, I hardly ever. You know why? Because I ask myself, why the hell do you need that? It's this. Now, sometimes I can't like talk myself out of like some candy and stuff sometimes. It's been got hot in here, y'all. The damn sun all on my forehead. Anyway, so yeah, but I say all of that to say it helps me to keep myself in check. Somebody tweeted today about missing people, like when you separate from someone, be it a friend, be it a lover, or a job, or whatever. You separated from these things and you miss them, right? You have to ask yourself why. What exactly is it that you miss? I said last week when I was talking about the sex episode about how my mom, when I broke up, me and my baby daddy broke up, and I was just I was a mess over it, and she was like, "Well, why? Like, why do you feel so strongly about this? Because what do you guys do other than have sex? Like, why would that be a situation that you miss?" And that makes sense, right? It makes total sense. So it's like, why do you miss this person? Why do you miss this friendship? Because when you really think back to the friendship, was it really all of what you thought it was, or all of what you were telling yourself it was, or all of what people outside thought it was? Which is always a good point, which is always like a reason. It's a reason to a lot of our whys. It's an answer to a lot of our whys, because so many people are so obsessed with making sure that everybody who doesn't matter sees them in a specific type of light. Am I right? I believe I'm right. I've said this so many times. I mean, and I can't say that I've never been guilty of that. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that I've never been guilty of that, but I know better, and I've grown, so I try to do better. So even just like me and my obsession with losing weight. So I've come to, I had to sit and think about why. Like, why is this a thing? Like, why is this such a big deal? So then I lost a whole bunch of weight, and I'm like, why? Like, what is it? So of course my initial answer, and still my biggest answer, is because I want to look a certain way. But why? See, I can't, like, sometimes when I get to that particular why, I can't really figure it out, because, like, why does my kangaroo pouch, which has accumulated the COVID-19, why am I so pressed about that? Is it because I want someone to be attracted to me, although I know that I am fine as hell? Like, these things I know. Okay, I truly believe that I am cute. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good person. I got my shit together. I'm not just out here just doing the worst or being the worst. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm a pretty good catch. So why is this one thing? Why am I so pressed about it? Honestly, y'all, I really have not gotten to the bottom of that. I can be completely honest and transparent with you guys and say I really do not fucking know. Because it's not like I'm afraid to be naked in front of folks. I mean, I've been to hedonism. You know what I'm saying? I've been to other places that are sex positive and allow, nudists to be nudists. Like, those type of things don't bother me. So it's like, why this one thing? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. Why do you hate your job? Why do you hate your job? Like, I know that I've been at places of employment, and I truly hated it. And I could list probably 10 reasons why I hated the place. What I couldn't figure out was why I was still there. I couldn't figure it out. Like, why do I put up with this shit? You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to continue, you have to, at some point, especially if you're unhappy with something, you have to ask yourself, why? Why are you putting up with this shit? Do you really feel like this is all that there is? Because it's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I worked at the nursing home, I used to wonder why some of these nurses became nurses, because they hated the damn elderly folks. Like, they would be working in a nursing home and they truly hated coming there, and they hated the old people. And I love the old people. And I just couldn't understand, like, why the fuck are you a nurse if you don't, if people see, I had told y'all at one point in time I was in nursing school, and although I love the elderly, there's still days, there's still times when being a nursing home administrator, which is what I was striving to do during that time when I worked in a nursing home, I wanted to be a nursing home administrator. I'm not really like when it comes to like work, I don't really be wanting to be fooling with folks either. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, these are the things I had to consider, when I was thinking about being a nurse, or even being a nursing home administrator. I mean, I think I would still do well, but just thinking to myself, like, So anyways, why are you a nurse? Like, why did you do this? Why did you do it? It had to have been just for the money. And that's crazy. Like, I couldn't see myself going into a profession that I know I'm probably not going to like just for the money. Like, I'll say it like this: going through school and like all of that bullshit, and for something that you really don't want to do, gotta ask yourself why. Why do I want to get married? It's a good question to ask yourself. Why do I want to get married? What are the reasons why I'm so pressed to get married or to be in a relationship? And these could be very valid reasons. Please don't take this as me like speaking down on people who want to get married. It's just a random question that I thought of. It's a good question to ask. That one meme is like, do you want a marriage or do you want a wedding? Because that's valid. That's a very valid question. Are you trying to put on for the gram? You know what I'm saying? Or no, for the book. Or is this just something that you truly desire? And what about it do you desire? What about it? What about marriage is, or the perception of marriage is it that you desire? And on the flip side of that, why am I still married and I hate it here? Why am I still married when I hate it here? You know what I'm saying? Is it a valid question? Is it not a valid question? Or if somebody if your spouse or your girlfriend or your boyfriend tells you that they don't want to be with you, you know what I mean? You would ask them why, right? Like, but I'm sure that I would hope that they had asked themselves why too before they went on ahead and went through with that. But honestly, like, why are any of these things worth being unhappy? A bad job, a bad friendship, a bad relationship. Like, why is it worth you being unhappy? Why? I think this is gonna be my last why. This is gonna actually be a short episode. Why I mean, if there are any white people that listen to my podcast, I appreciate y'all staying around because y'all know I say nigga a lot, and this is a definitely a pro-black type of a podcast, and I just don't really be on the bullshit when it comes to racist shit and all this and the other. But if there are any white people who listen to this, again, appreciate you. Ask yourself, if you're one of these people, why is it so important for you to say nigga? What's the importance in that? A guy told me, actually a black guy, told me that he had a conversation with a white guy who could not understand why he couldn't say nigga. Like, why we could say it however we wanted, in any type of context we wanted, but he couldn't say it. If it was such a bad word and so derogatory. And his answer was, or what he was telling me was, he was like, I couldn't really answer the question. My question to him was, why the fuck was you even trying to answer this question? Because why the fuck do you have to explain this to any fucking body? So please ask yourself why you want to say nigga so much. Why is it like, is your tongue gonna like stop working? Like, are your legs gonna fall off if you don't say it? Or are you going to like starve to death? Will you never be able to have chocolate again? Or like, I don't know. Like, is your car gonna be repossessed? Like, ask yourself why you are so pressed about saying nigga, and why you are so pressed about us saying nigga. Because this is what we do. We take the bad shit we have since our existence over in this motherfucker. We take all this bad shit and we turn it into something that we can use for us. And every time, y'all have a problem with it. Ask yourself why. Why can't we just have something? I mean, we already, it's already tough for us to like go for a run without being shot. You know what I'm saying? It's already tough for us to, walk in our own fucking neighborhoods. It's tough for us to just literally exist. So I really just don't understand why. You know what? Why is being black such a problem? Why do you? I ain't about to go there, y'all. But anyways, yes, that's my last why. Like, seriously, why does it like burn your brain because you can't say nigga? Just start asking yourself why. You know what I'm saying? Just please, with everything that you do, with any significant feeling that you have, please start to ask yourself why, to gain your own clarity in whatever path it is you're trying to take through these things, like through these things that you're trying to do. You want to go back to school? Ask yourself why. If it makes sense, you start researching what schools you want to go to. If you're in school and you want to drop out, ask yourself why. Ask yourself how much money you spent already. Because that right there is going to make you want to keep on just getting this shit going and getting it out the way because you're already in debt. You know what I'm saying? Just ask yourself why. Ask yourself why you need to work out 6 days a week as opposed to 4 days a week, or why you need to work out 2 days a week. You only want to work out 2 days a week as opposed to 4 days a week. Just sit and ask yourself why. Like, give yourself like 30 minutes, and all of the piercing questions that you had, or any type of like things that don't seem clear, like questions and shit that don't seem clear, or life instances that you may be able to figure out the answer to, just ask yourself why. And that's going to do it for me today. I just want to remind you all, first of all, I just want to say thanks. Shout out to all the new people that's been like retweeting me and doing all the shit that I used to do when I first came into the podcast game. You are like hella appreciated. I have so many of my favorite podcasts and newer podcasts that I want to listen to on my list. But you guys know I've been in training at work, and that's really when I listen to podcasts, when I'm at work. So I've been in training. I probably have another month of training. So I'm like, I try to catch y'all here and there, but it just doesn't always happen. But anyways, shout out to y'all. Like, shout out to the podcast community. Shout out to everybody that's continuing the podcast. Again, we're opening up. I know there was a lot of podcasts that probably started and then went away during COVID. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to those of y'all that are still around. I mean, there's room for all of us. On that note, I want to remind you guys of Podcast Happy Hour. Y'all know how we do every month. Podcast Happy Hour. I think it's on Tamara to the Break of Dawn's platform. Tamara to the Break of Dawn, where I am the karaoke champion. I'm the champ. Anyways, it'll be on her platform on Juneteenth, 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. No, 6 p.m. What did I say? 8 p.m. Central and 6 p.m. Out west. So it'll be on YouTube if Twitter's still letting it fly like that, and Facebook. So make sure y'all subscribe to her. Make sure y'all subscribe to all of the people in the on my YouTube. I mean, on my YouTube in the show notes, y'all. I don't know what's going on today. I have no idea. Peach is over here. She's about to walk up. See, say hi, Peach. Look up. Oh, she ain't gonna do it. Anyways, put her butt in the camera. Until y'all see or hear me again, peace.